McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
Back to the Johnson Ranch, but this week I'm going to have my new breed bow in hand and I'm after a big management. And then I'm going to return late season with my McWhorter after a deer we call Slick. Slick and us, we have a lot of history.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Swarovski Optique, Yeti Coolers, and Barber Creek Shooting Academy.
Got the new breed on the tailgate, and you know what that means. It's going to be the first hunt for my bow this year. I've been practicing, but you always make sure. So we're going to shoot a few at 20 and a few at 30. We've got 3 good deer. Whichever one steps out that we've been seeing on the Browning trail cameras is going to be in trouble. Really quiet, and we're really close. So we're trying to not disturb anything. We got 3 different bucks we're after. Whichever one comes out gives me the best opportunity. I'm gonna let the new breed speak. I swallowed wrong. Got choked. 2 coughs later. Nothing. We had deer all over us. Granted, none of them were the shooters we were after. "30 degrees, cold, crisp morning. We're gonna go get in a cold pop up. We got 1 of 3 we're after. I think we're gonna get it done today. It's a perfect day. Been here for about an hour and a half. It's a great
This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance.
Well, one more valiant try. We've got the deer, we know where they are, and we had him coming until for some reason he just turned around. So hopefully this afternoon, it's a gorgeous day. Winds should be right, so today's the day, I feel it. Oh, hit my leg. Plan B. Been hunting up on the north end. Now we're going to the south end to give these guys a rest up there. Had a little bad luck and unlucky. Not bad luck, I guess. Smoked him. Plan B was it. We'd been up on the north end, came down here to the south end. Got a lot of good management bucks on this trail camera here, this Brownie trail camera. And that was the long G1 management buck we were after. Thought we had a really good shot, but it wasn't quite what we thought, evidently. We tracked about 250 yards and the shot may be a little bit high, maybe 2 inches back after we looked at it on the computer. You know, he string jumped me, and lesson learned. I'll know next time. Guys, this is real life right here. We had to get Jock to come in here and find this deer for me. I shot this deer, made a decent shot on it, Seth and I were fist bumping in the blind. Thought we had a dead deer. This is an old warrior, this long G1 deer we've been looking for. Great management buck. I've always said, out of the respect for the deer, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure this deer gets recovered. This deer is recovered, it's dead, it's not suffering anymore.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance, and Surge Pro by BioFact Crop Care.
All right, James with Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School. We are going to talk about trigger squeeze and follow through. Real important to understand that if you slap the trigger or you release the trigger under a shot, you can actually torque the gun just a little bit just by your hand movement. I'm not going to get into the semantics as far as crease of the trigger or the trigger finger or the tip of the trigger finger. Honestly, I put mine dead center. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you're consistent, you know, whether you're pulling or pressing. I like a nice press instead of a push. So I'll kind of throw that out there. I like center of the trigger finger. Now, when we talk about trigger squeeze, when you close the bolt, get ready to shoot the gun, get behind it, as long as you don't let go of the trigger right after the shot, that's one thing that'll throw your shot off. The other thing is if you're scared, and a lot of people do, is they'll go ahead and run into the trigger. We don't ever want to run into the trigger. So when you squeeze the trigger, I'm going to do a dry fire first, get behind the gun, line everything up, check all your components, make sure everything is level. Take a breath, let it out, pause your breath, don't hold it, squeeze, the gun fires, hold the trigger for the rear to the rear for 1 full second, push the gun back in the battery and then let go. I call it the 1 second rule. Now I'm going to go ahead and shoot and do this and let you see it. Hold the trigger for 1 full second after the shot and it will fix basically any trigger issues you've ever had. That 1 second rule fixes all trigger problems. So I get ready to shoot. I'm only at 600. I'm going to give it a 3/4 minute. Touch the trigger. Ready? Here we go, sending it. I'm holding the trigger to the rear. I saw the impact, pushing it back in the battery, let go. So I hold the trigger for 1 full second after the shot. Now, don't worry about that you're holding it for a second, because guess what? Even if you're shooting at 1,000 yards, it's 1.47 seconds of flight time at this sea level. And at 600 yards, you're right around a second anyway. You're going to watch the bullet impact the animal like we talked about in the earlier segment. So hold it for 1 full second. Let the gun do everything it's supposed to do. Let the bullet leave the barrel. Hold that trigger 1 full second, and it'll fix all your trigger problems. Another downrange shooting tip from Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School.
Here at the Johnson Ranch, my recorder's been in the case the whole time and the whole trip, but you always check just to make sure. You go here at the range to make sure it's shooting straight, and then we'll go hunting. Perfect. 99 times out of 100 it will be. This morning is Slick or One Eye. Got a lot of history with these two. They're pretty smart, definitely mature, and they've been outsmarting us for a while. So I'll take the recorder and we're gonna go hunt 2 big mature deer on the Johnson Ranch. Doesn't get much better than that. That's a big 8. Wow. That's the one you want to keep. Yeah. Got a lot of nice deer out there, but
Texas trophy hunt. You can hunt for specific deer, but you always hunt for mature deer. And that's what we're trying to do. Is we've got 2 or 3 we're after, but they just won't show up. And that makes it harder because they are mature and they are smarter.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Big & J Long Range Attractants, Capstone Precision Group, Brooks Barrels, Borden Accuracy, Trigger Tech, Revolution Safe Company, Safari Club International Foundation, and Browning Trail Cameras. This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Cold front just started blowing about a couple hours ago, and it's steadily getting more and more wind, but tomorrow morning it's supposed to be in the mid to high 20s. Hopefully the wind will die down, but hopefully we get it done this afternoon. But this spot we're at, we got a lot of trees around it, so we're kind of sheltered a little bit from the wind, but we'll see. Good looking 8. It's been a pretty slow afternoon, except for the last 10 minutes. We got 6 bucks that came out, so we're 7 total. Our guy, he's not there. Got a couple really nice 8s. A deer we call Stickers, just a baby, and he's gonna be a beast one of these days. I was not expecting him to be that close. Here, just about going to sleep. Well, not going to sleep, but we had 6 bucks out there. We've been watching them for 30 minutes. He came out right here. I mean, right by the blind. That's crazy. Looking for blood, but I got the track. It's just so obvious where he was. He's stumbling, he's getting in. He's right here and he's so close. He's here. That's the way I like to look up. I can quit tracking now. Holy smoke, when you look at this. Slick is no more. He gave us fits for 2 years. And for it to be such a hard 2 years and him fooling us and wrestling around and trying to figure out what his next move was going to be, he stepped out 30 yards from us and almost got away again because he almost came around the corner. If he'd have gone just a little bit more, it'd have been over with. But I finally got the McWhorter out the window and the STW did its trick. What a great deer. Look at the tine length on this deer. This deer is probably 8.5 years old plus, and this is what happens when you let them grow. This is just we call him slick because he was a slick 10. If he has an imperfection, it's a little crab claw there, but not quite as long a G4 as here, but very symmetrical, just a beautiful deer. A worthy adversary.